my friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am recording to you live from the trunk of my car. We are once again car camping. We are going to be trying to do a double 14er attempt. Tomorrow we're outside Crestone right now, and we're going to be trying to do, I think it's Kit Carson and Challenger Peak. There's this double loop thing that you can do. It's class 3, a lot of like climbing, so to speak, climbing, hiking, but a really long ascent in. So it's a really long hike in. So we are about to go sleep for the night, hopefully get some good sleep and hit the trail bright and early tomorrow. Good morning, my friends. It is 3:57. We got up at like 3:20. I had over 5 hours in bed, if you want to call it. Had a really hard time falling asleep. We try to lay horizontally in the back, then I try to lay across the back like I do when I nap when Regis is hiking and I'm not doing as big of a day. But his head was too low, and then I resorted back to the front seat. Classic, but it's never comfortable when you sleep in the front seat leaning back. So I am shockingly not as tired as I thought. Definitely didn't want to get up this morning, but don't feel too bad otherwise. And we are about to hit the trail bright and early. Sunrise is in about an hour and a half, 2 hours probably, give or take the light that comes up before it's fully up by 6-ish. So ready to hit the day, and let's go. So I don't feel great. Just super depleted already. My stomach's being queasy, so not really able to eat a ton yet. Probably won't record a ton today because I'm moving slow, which means Regis will be pushing hot in my heels. So I'll update as I go. But the sun has risen and we are climbing. Whew. We are still moving slow, but starting to feel better. The sun's up. I'm getting a little bit of electrolytes and carbs in me slowly but surely. And Regis is probably so far ahead that he's probably either waiting or I don't even know. He's gonna leave me on the mountain. But giving a little update here just because I'm watching over this lake, and it is absolutely beautiful. But on that note, I'm walking through rocks, which means I need to pay attention because I am the queen of getting lost on rocks. So anyway, enjoy these views. So a small change of plans for the day. I'm sitting here trying to get some food in my freaking body. For those of you who don't follow me from Instagram and know a little bit more about me, my boyfriend Regis is a super good mountain athlete. I don't know, like, it's not like an elite competitive ultra or anything like that, but he can hang in the mountains very confidently, very strongly, and he's also more fit than me generally, unless I'm like in a really heavy training cycle. And so he has been doing this way more this summer than I have because I started a new job, and so his fitness is a little bit above me. And I'm having a bad belly day. I'm always having a bad belly day. So I haven't been able to push to keep up with him. Like I normally can kind of hang with him enough to get going, but today I had to just kind of stop and regroup so much that what we're gonna do is Kit Carson and Challenger Point are behind me. These two mountains here. And so I'm gonna go do Challenger right there, and Regis is gonna do Kit Carson and then meet me on Challenger. So the original plan was that we were gonna do both and then they connect and double top them. The only reason we're in such a big rush today though is because, as you can see, it's a little cloudy today. There's some storms moving in tonight and through tomorrow, and in general storms are worse in the afternoons here in Colorado. And so since we'd be up on that ridge for so long, it's kind of just making the call that I'd probably move too slow to chase the clouds. Maybe on a perfectly clear day, we'd be lucky, maybe if it was June. And that's Colorado for you. So I guess one thing you're gaining from my YouTube this year is me in Iceland getting a little dizzy on that mountain and bailing on the peaking it. And then I guess Schneffels, I made it like one move from the top, which is unfortunate, but always being smart and cautious. But I'm gonna go up this class 2 to 3 ridge by myself, and that will be my first attempt of doing that without Regis. This is like my third class 3 objective that we've done. It'll be nice. It'll be a nice way for me to gauge some confidence within myself, trying something new without necessarily having Regis lead the way, kind of trail navigating on my own. But worst case scenario, if I get sketched out or the rock's really loose, because there's been a couple rock falls in here recently, or I just continue to feel worse as we go up, I will just turn around and sit right here. For context, for those who don't know, I have some upper GI issues that I've been dealing with for the last few years that are like significantly better, but every once in a while they just flare up a little bit more. I work with a nutritionist, a guy that has a PhD in nutrition on this, and we're tremendously better, but the stress of moving your body starting at like 3:30 in the morning sometimes just is a little too much for me. So we're working on that, but at least now I can be queasy and then eat. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get some food, mostly carbs in me, and I think once I get some food and water in me, I'll be totally fine. But if anyone here has done ultra endurance or hiking or running or anything like that, it's hard to move hard and fast and you don't got carbs in your body. So I'm gonna do that and get going. Morning. Stop tying my shoes real quick. Man, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I feel like trash today, but it's weird because I don't actually feel bad. Like I'm moving, and my body feels fine, like recovered, not sore, not tired, but like my heart rate is like spiking up to a jillion with every step. So I can only think that I'm a little dehydrated, probably tired. I'm not really sure. Some days at altitude, it just be like that. I'm a little under 13. I still have a lot of climbing left to do, but some days just altitude just really gets me more than others. Maybe because I haven't been up here in a few weeks, but I could take a nap time on the trail, but I feel okay though. It's the weirdest thing. Unless you've done mountain things, you probably don't understand what I mean by like I'm totally fine, but I also feel like trash all at the same time. Do with that information as you will, but we are still out here. And, you know, as always, a beautiful bad day or a bad day in a beautiful place is still like a half decent day. I did forget to tell you all that I stubbed my toe. I have really hypermobile everything, and my ankles roll all the time. And I rolled sideways and then smashed my toe into a rock while crossing a creek, which is very on par for me. Normally I don't do anything, so I think I might have stoved it a little bit. I don't think it's broken. I'm walking on it just fine. But it does feel like I slammed it into a rock. The thing about mountains and long mountain days and ultra running and trail running and any of this stuff, doing probably far more extreme than I do, is that you really do just learn how to feel like crap and keep going. Then eventually you do kind of feel better. And I'm starting to feel a little bit better, which is nice. I checked my heart rate and it was only like 135. So I think it just feels like it's a million, but I'm okay. But the sun's peeking out, and even though I have like 1,000 feet of climbing to go, I can see where I'm headed, and that feels good. So I also have caffeine in this bottle, and well, I'm only drinking half of it. I'm sure that's helping because caffeine, carbs, pretty much fix all of your problems. That's basically it. There's probably another C in there I can't think of. I think it was creatine. I'm not taking creatine on the trail, but man, look at this view. So I'm headed up here. This is still some like class 2, not too bad. It's just like rocks. But that's some class 3 up in here, and I have to stay to the right side of that snowfield. So that's where I am headed. I have no idea where Regis is, but I'm taking my sweet little time because I assume for him to summit 2 mountains, me taking my lollygag time to summit 1, I can enjoy the day. So, you know, the sun's getting out, it's warm, my spirits are better, I feel a little bit less like misery. So I've got a lot, it doesn't look that far away, but that's a lot of vertical climbing. So let's get it. And now a snack break. My tummy is hungry, it's empty now. Taking a little snack break and enjoying this lovely view. I can see there's an alpine lake or mountain lake right directly across from me. I'm trying to zoom in and show you guys. Absolutely beautiful. It's currently a rock fall happening up there, which is why we wear helmets, my friends. It's slowed down so you can't hear it as much, but it was up there. All right, helmet on. Since there was a rock fall, that's one of the reasons we wear these babies, to protect our noggins. I really care about my brain. I really kind of don't know where I'm going, so I'm gonna try to, I have some photos from 14ers.com that show like where to go, the route, but it's hard to tell. There's a couple people coming up, so maybe at the rate I'm going today, the time they get up here, they can just lead the way for me. We'll see. And there's 2 people that should be coming down. So I should be fine. It's all whatever. But with this kind of stuff, you just want to make sure that you're not getting into stuff that's a little more sketch than you're originally intended on doing, especially because like my knowledge base in this, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into a sticky situation of higher class stuff or more difficult things, but it all looks pretty bouldery, and I just need to stay to the right to the gully of the snow, so we should be okay. Let's get after it. Woo-wee! What a day, but we are rounding the corner to summit this. Honestly, I thought the class 3 part was the easiest. I got a little lost, but I found my way once I saw the cairns and kept following those, and we're rounding up the corner now. Oh, my lungs. Look at this. All right, my friends, we're at the top of Challenger Peak. That is Kit Carson right there. You know, not the best day, but it feels so nice to be up here. You always feel good once you reach the summit. It always feels worth it. I'm now trying to decide if I want to try to scurry over to Kit Carson really quick before Regis gets up there, or just sit here and wait for him and enjoy the views. Decision. I'm trying to be responsible. The weather seems to be holding up even though it's 10. We still have like an hour or two until, if not more, until potential afternoon storm rolls in. So I have some time, but I'd like to know where he's at. And I don't see him. So I might wander that way. And if I get to the top. And if not, I'll be able to at least see him and see where he's at. I never gave an update at the top, but I ended up getting my peaks wrong, so I had to go over to the one I showed you guys. That was my peak. That was Challenger. And then I sat there, hung out with a bunch of the most annoying dude bros I've ever witnessed in the wild. We found Reg. I do have an extra waffle, and we made our way back down. So now we are just refilling water, changing, repacking, and finding our way back down the mountain. We're gonna run back. How's salted caramel? I might have an Oreo one. And then we will smash all the food once we get back to civilization. So, yeah. So I feel a little less like shit for this. Oh, you just cute. And we made it back to the car. It rained on us the last mile or so, which means that we almost beat the rain for the day, which means if my slow poke butt went with Regis, then we definitely would have got rained on, probably above tree line. So it's a good thing that we didn't. And it turns out Regis did an extra summit and went on some sketchy ridge, which he says that I would have had to helicopter out of. So it ended up being a successful day. I actually feel really good now. Way better than I did this morning. Coming back down that ridge gave me some context to me being a little dramatic about how unfit I felt. And we are back. So thank you for tuning in for another big 14er hike with me. If you enjoy my outdoor shenanigans, please make sure to subscribe. That helps me the most. Like and comment. Let me know what Colorado adventure you have that you're eyeballing if you ever come out here. I'll catch you guys on the next one.